Hey guys! In today's video, I'm going to be talking about my Instagram photos. Now, I actually get a lot of questions about my Instagram photos, so I decided to make a video about it. So, I'm going to be talking about what it's like collaborating with photographers, who takes my photos when I'm not collaborating with a photographer, how I get so many photos, what products I use like camera, lenses, or even tripods, and I want to talk to you guys about what I use to edit my photos. So, first I want to talk about working with photographers. So I've been very fortunate to be able to collaborate with a lot of photographers. I actually get asked a lot, how do I collaborate with them? And for me personally, about 99% of the photographers I've worked with have sent me DMs asking if I was interested in collaborating. So photographers usually do this with people who have a large following on Instagram, like myself, usually because it's kind of beneficial for them. They snap the photos, I share them, people see them, and a lot of times it gets reshared and their name and their photographs kind of make their way around Instagram. So I do also want to talk about maybe if you don't have a lot of followers, but you do want to collaborate with photographers. I would totally send them a DM. You'd be surprised with how many photographers are looking for subjects to photograph. I do also believe that photographers like to work with me because I have a unique subject. I'm a woman and I ride motorcycles, so it's not too often they come across that, and so it's something different, and they enjoy photographing different things at times, you know. So if you think you have something creative and different, you'd be surprised how many photographers would be down to shoot you. So this lady actually recognized me from Instagram. So that's actually happened a few times where I'm doing a photo shoot and somebody walking by or driving by recognizes me and will either come up to me and say something, or they'll shout something out their car. But that kind of leads on to my next topic, which is how I deal with taking the photographs, being such a shy, kind of antisocial person, which I don't talk about a lot, but that really is how I am. So I really had to push myself to break out of my shell and be this confident, non-shy, photogenic type of person that I'm really not. And I think you see that in like my early photos and my more recent photos. I've gotten a lot more confident. I've just grown more as, I guess, a model, which feels really weird saying. I kind of always joke how my Instagram had accidentally turned me into an IG model, because that's kind of all I do, really. And it's gotten to be a lot of fun, and I really enjoy it, surprisingly. I do photo shoots almost every weekend or every other weekend, and it's just become, I guess, like a hobby, and it's really fun. I love seeing how the photos come out, and I get to have these to save. So like I mentioned, I am a more shy, introverted, antisocial type of person. So I want to share with you guys some of my tips on how I prepare to do photo shoots. So the first one is going to be looking at past photographs of myself. These are usually from photo shoots, and I like to look at my poses and figure out if I like them, if they didn't work out for me. That way I can do something different on the next photo shoot. So my next tip is going to be listening to music before the photo shoot. So depending on what kind of photo shoot I'm doing, whether it's kind of like a tough biker chick photo shoot or a pinup type of photo shoot, determines what kind of music I listen to. It kind of puts me in the mood and it gets me ready for the shoot. So the last two tips are going to be, one, get out of my head. So basically talk myself up and remind myself that I am a bad bitch and that I can do this. The next is going to be, while I'm at the photo shoot, I try my best to pose with my bike. That's where I feel the most comfortable. Obviously, there's going to be photos where I'm not near my bike, or maybe my bike is in the background or whatever. Those are the ones I actually struggle with the most. But once you sit me on my bike or I'm touching my bike, that's where I'm most comfortable. And it shows, and I can think of poses and I just sit naturally and it just flows very nicely. And I've recognized that. And so now when I go to photo shoots, I try my best to stay close to my bikes. So those are my tips on how I prepare myself to work with photographers. and how I even get to collaborate with photographers. So I also want to mention that you definitely can take your own photos, which I will get into later because I do take a lot of my own photos. But it's nice having professional photos. I've even had a picture shared by Indian Motorcycle that, of course, was taken by a photographer who is very experienced, and so that was really cool. I don't think that they would have shared a photo that I took myself. So once again, it's nice having like those professional looking photos on your Instagram. So, if a photographer is not shooting me, the only other person besides myself that is taking my photos is my husband. So, he actually takes a lot of photos that I've posted on Instagram, and he's gotten really good at taking my pictures. It's just kind of comes with practice, and the more you do it, the better you get at it. And he's been doing it for a while now. So, what we usually do is my husband will ride whichever bike I'm shooting with, and I'll follow him in the car, usually in some kind of outfit that I can't ride in. And I usually bring like two, maybe three different outfits so I can kind of get a bunch of different pictures at a bunch of different locations. And then I just kind of hold on to those photos and kind of just post them randomly so it looks like I took a bunch of pictures, but really I just took them all in one day. So usually my kids are with us while we're doing these shoots. We do them about maybe twice a month. We kind of plan it out, take a Saturday morning and go somewhere and take a bunch of pictures. There's even been a few times that my children have actually taken the picture that I posted on Instagram. They just kind of get a real kick out of it, like mom being on Instagram, and they think it's really cool, and they sometimes even help out when I need someone to grab something for me, and it's just kind of nice having them around. But yeah, so these photos usually turn out to be some of my favorites, and it's kind of cool because, you know, everyone was there to help me capture these photos. So when my husband isn't around to snap my pictures, I usually use a tripod. This tripod actually comes with a little remote, so that's pretty cool. I can hold onto the remote and snap the photo when I'm ready. So I usually carry this tripod around with me when I go riding, and I just pull it out when I think I find a cool spot and take some pictures. So some of my favorite photos that I've posted on Instagram have actually been taken by myself with this tripod and with this timer. It's kind of nice because I don't feel kind of judged or embarrassed with someone taking my picture because it's just me. I'm the only one there. And yeah, I can kind of do more cute poses. I feel more confident and it just kind of flows nicely. So now I want to talk about the lenses that I use. So I purchased lenses from Sandmarc. I actually purchased 3 different ones. So these lenses are for the iPhone. The iPhone that I have is the iPhone 11 Pro. So the 3 lenses that I have from Sandmarc are the wide angle lens, the telephoto lens, and the anamorphic lens. So I also have the hybrid ND filters from Sandmarc. Now I don't want to get too in detail with those, but if you guys are interested, I can do a full video on just the filters and the lenses. So these lenses actually come in handy when I'm taking photos myself with the tripod or a selfie because I feel like it kind of makes it look like someone else is taking my picture. So the 2 apps that I use for editing my photos is Afterlight and Photo Editor. Again, if you guys would like me to film a full video on how I edit my photos, maybe like a step-by-step, I can definitely do that because this video can easily turn into a how I edit my photos type of video. Alright you guys, so those are all my secrets and my how-tos on my photos for Instagram. I hope you guys found them helpful and thanks for watching.